Okay, today is a video on stealth deleting your 6.7 Cummins. Mine is a 2010. I did not have DEF, I just had a DPF and a NOx filter. So, I will first show you the EGR side, how I am going about it. This is a Flow Pro product, thin block off plates. Slide them in there. Done. Stop the exhaust flow going through. That's the way I want it, because I just don't like all that pressure, all that exhaust just being pushed up in there and it has nowhere to go. I don't like that. The worst, at least what my tuner told me, he said it's 50-50 if you get a check engine light, if your EGR is plugged in and the sensor in front of it. So I have it unplugged right now because I don't have those plates in, for one. However, let's say you gotta leave it unplugged. The worst anybody's gonna see when they pop your hood is those two sensors unplugged. And I'm sure you can make up a good excuse for that. So the exhaust side, factory exhaust, did not touch the downpipe, didn't get the cat on it, didn't touch it. Dropped the NOx filter, dropped the DPF, gutted them, put them back on there. Factory muffler, didn't mess with it. Even got the factory rust holes in the tailpipe. That's a 6-inch can. Didn't even cut it. I just slid it on there. Yes, so, yep. The tubes, those little tubes that are screwed in there, those are in there. Took them off, put them back on. All my sensors are plugged in. No check engine light. It's not messing with the tuning on it. Somebody gets underneath your truck, they're not even gonna know that's deleted. I mean, they could do that, but or put a heat gun on it. I've heard that method, but so yeah, it doesn't. The exhaust too, the gasket for the flanges there, it's a Feel Pro. It is 617.44. About $10 a piece off Amazon. The exhaust, the sound of it sounds the same inside the truck, sounds the same outside the truck. No drone or anything like that. A little whistle on the idle with the exhaust brake on. That's it. So, for you guys interested in this stealth delete thing, this is definitely not a bad thing to do. Fuel mileage wise, with this setup, the way I got it set up, I'm going off the gauge on the dash. I don't care to be exact on it. A ballpark's good enough for me because ballpark's still showing an improvement. So I went from averaging like 8 miles a gallon to at most 13 on a highway. Pretty damn pitiful for a Cummins. Now, I was putting around town doing a 30-mile relearn. I was averaging 16 miles a gallon. 16.5, 16.8. It's kind of just going around there. Coming back home on the highway, before I put this in the garage just now, we just come back from out of town. Just a steady 60 miles an hour. About 17.5, 17.8 on the dash average. That still shows an improvement. That's really good in my opinion. The smell of it smells more like a diesel. It's not like the strong diesel odor with a straight pipe truck, but it smells like if you're around a 24 valve or a 5.9 with a stock cat muffler on it, which isn't bad. It doesn't have that bleach smell or whatever that smell from the DPF, which in my opinion is stinks worse than just smelling the diesel. The straight pipe diesel smell. So, yeah, it's pretty easy to do. It's not very expensive. Those block off plates, after shipping and everything, it was $90. And The exhaust, it was $10 a piece for those gaskets, and my time punching them out. The NOx filter is pretty soft material. It's easy to get that punched out, drilled out, and punched out. The DPF, you're gonna have to work with that one a little bit. You can still get a spade bit through it. I had just a half-inch spade bit. It's all I had to use. I mean, it'll punch right through it, but you're gonna want a really long one, at least one that's like at least 2 foot. And it's a little bit of a pain to get it broke up and get out of there, but I'll add this too, because there's probably some of you guys, I see this asked a lot. Can I just gut my DPF or drill holes in it and it'd be fine? Is that NOx filter restrictive? When I had those filters off, that NOx filter didn't look that restrictive. I could see right through it. I mean, it didn't. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of restriction, you know, if you're wanting to drag race your truck. But if you're interested in just punching some holes through the DPF and or just gutting the DPF, put it back on there, yeah, I think you'll be fine. That NOx filter isn't going to isn't really going to affect anything, in my opinion, from what I saw. So yeah, hopefully this filled in some gaps, because I know a lot of people ask questions about this and they don't get answered online. So hopefully this video will fill in the gaps for you guys that are interested in doing a stealth delete on your truck. So I have a couple of videos I'm going to include: the truck idling without the exhaust brake and one idling with the exhaust brake.